I don't love just anyone. I am not just anyone. I rock heels, I rock Jordans, and I wear wigs and rock my natural. Can you believe he says I'm pretty for a dark skin? He was dark skin. I bought some Hennessy for these niggas. Wonder if they love their mothers. I love their skin colors.
Hey Smoochies, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Semyia, and welcome back to day 6 of our 9-day NPHC Marathon. I am sorry if I look kind of rough. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I just woke up from a cool little nap. My Founders Day is tonight at midnight, so you know I had to get some rest in before the festivities and after work. So I look a little rough today, but bear with me. We're gonna get this video out to y'all on time as promised. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with our spotlight of our NPHC organization of today, and it is none other than my brothers, the mighty men of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated, and here are some of their notable members. Alright, so let's get started into the video. This video today is going to be 5 things that could get you blacklisted. Now, that's not to say that this will certainly get you blacklisted, but it definitely carries a greater chance for you running into that problem. And for those of you that don't really know what that means, being blacklisted just basically means that the organization has communicated amongst each other to determine that they don't want you as a member and not to select you for membership. And that usually just means within the chapter. But yeah, if that's the campus you go to school on, if you think that the NPHC does not communicate with each other because of false beef, that is not true. NPHC does talk to each other. Rumor does spread quickly. So if one organization feels a certain way about you, chances are another organization is going to find out about it, and the rest of the NPHC will know, and you could possibly get blacklisted from all of them, depending on how severe the case is or what you did. So we're going to get started on some things so that you guys can beware and make sure that you guys don't fall victim to these things, so that you guys don't ruin your chances of becoming members of these organizations if that's something that you're interested in. And we're going to just list about 5 major things that could get you blacklisted from joining one of these NPHC orgs. So, number 1, don't stroll, throw up a sign, or do the call of any organization that you are not a member of, that you have not been selected to be a member, you have not went through membership intake, you have not paid dues, you do not own a membership card, you are not recognized as a member of that organization. Do not be in the club strolling, be at the party doing the strolls, imitating these orgs. Do not throw up their signs, even if you're like, oh, I look cool doing it, it's for fun. Do not do their call. It's disrespectful, and they will definitely find it disrespectful. They will not find it flattering. Imitation is not the highest form of flattery when it comes to sororities and fraternities. You will be looked at in a very, very bad light, and they're not going to be looking at you as an interest, because they feel like you jumped the gun. Like, you think that you're in and you're bold. You're too bold to be doing their stuff. Like, it's really disrespectful. You didn't work for it. You didn't earn it. You haven't been selected for it. You didn't pay them dues like they did. You didn't, you know, it's not yours. So it's disrespectful. So just don't do that. That's like a huge no-no. So don't get caught doing that. That could get you blacklisted from that org and every other org you're interested in, or if you switch interests or whatever. The next one kind of follows into this. Don't perp. This is the biggest thing that can get you blacklisted. Perping. Perping, basically, it's a little self-explanatory, I guess. Do not be out here pretending to be something you're not. Don't claim to be a XYZ if you're not. Don't, even if you go to another state, don't go to another campus and be like, oh yeah, I'm XYZ back at my campus. These things are so easily checked, you guys. We can fact check. We can find out if you are actually a member of the organization that you are claiming to be a member of. One, it's really not hard within a conversation. It's pretty darn easy to determine if you're lying. And then upon that, just research. All we have to do is go through the membership list, or contact that chapter, figure out if you got any sisters or brothers, or if anybody can vouch for you. Like, it's really not that hard to find out if you are faking it. So it's extremely disrespectful to wear the paraphernalia and claim these orgs and lie and say that you're a member of these organizations when you are not. Not to mention that these are businesses. So you're lying and claiming and representing an organization. So don't do that. Do not perp. It will, in fact, get you blacklisted. That is, in fact, the ultimate form of disrespect. And honestly, once you're caught on video or pictures and you're caught in a lie and you're blasted amongst the Greek community everywhere, there is no coming back from that. So don't do it. I don't care if it's your mama's jersey or her t-shirt and you wore it, or your boyfriend's hoodie and you wore it. Like, don't do that. It's disrespectful to wear someone's letters that are not your own. The next one is, and this is a huge common mistake amongst people who don't know much about Greek life or are like legacies. On social media kills all dreams, okay? Do not be telling everything on social media. Keep some things to yourself. Do not put in your bio on Instagram and Twitter, etc., that you are a future XYZ member. Speaking things into existence does not work on social media. That will have the opposite effect on you on social media. If you put in your bio that you are a future XYZ member, the XYZ organization is now going to look at you like, oh, so you think you're a shoo-in because you are a legacy? Oh, you think you're a shoo-in because you just determined that you're going to be a future member, so you're going to let everybody know you talk too much, for one. So now it's like, do we really want you because you talk too dang much? And two, you real cocky to think that you just got it made in the bag to claim something that you don't even know if we want you. So don't put things like that in your bios, in your captions, under your pictures. Like, just don't do it, because I promise you, screenshots is real. We see it all too many times throughout the year. All it takes for somebody to screenshot it, drop it in a group me, drop it on an Instagram chat, send it through text message, whatever. It's out there forever. It circulates through your campus. And, if you're in high school and you do that, maybe you can come back from it. But if you're in college and you do that, they feel like you should know better. And honestly, you should at that point. In college, you should know better. So it'll start circulating and people will be really put off by that. High school is a little bit more forgiving because it's like, okay, they're young kids, young impressionable minds. They're just, they're dreaming. Let them be. Some people are not that understanding, but usually with high school, it's a little bit more understandable. Okay? The next one is, don't tell everybody your interests. The whole campus doesn't need to know what you plan to do, what you want to be. Did y'all ever hear the saying, move in silence? Like, y'all don't got to tell everybody y'all next move or what y'all planning. Like, just do it. Just do it. There are several reasons why you should not tell everyone your interests. One, interests change sometimes. So if you tell everybody you want to be an XYZ and now you want to be an ABC, everybody's like, oh, you're a flip-flopper. That was your second choice. You didn't want to be an XYZ in the first place. Or you didn't want to be an ABC. You wanted to be an XYZ, but they didn't want you. So, like, even if that's not the case, that will be the rumor. That will be what everyone will say throughout your whole Greek life. Like, it'll be a running joke if you're accepted. Or XYZ can go tell ABC, oh, they came to me as an interest, or they told everybody that they wanted to be interested in this. Oh, so they came to you now? Like I said, NPHC orgs, we do talk amongst each others. This is not like something like we don't speak to each other. Now, we don't tell everybody who our interests are until things get messy like that, where they flip-flop and then everybody's like, oh, well, she was over here just last month, so how, then it's like being messy. So you just want to be careful not to be able to have anybody be messy about you, have anybody in your business. Then, also, like, people sometimes could try to sabotage you. If you texting your friend and you're telling them you want to be this, that, and the other, and they want to be this, that, and the other, maybe they sabotage you to try to get good looks. You never know. You just don't know who you're dealing with. Or maybe you're no longer friends with that person no more and they tell the whole entire world. You just got to keep your business. Keep things yourself, because you might just shoot yourself in the foot. Like, maybe they were looking at you and maybe they were interested, but now they're like, oh, she talked too much. She can't even keep her own secrets. You know what I'm saying? So just imagine, like, if they can't trust you right off the bat, why would they choose you, So just keep some things low key. Keep some things to yourself. Don't tell the entire world your next move, your interest. That's nobody's business but your own. You let them know when to show up with a probate and what balloon to bring. Like, that's all you need to. You worry about you. You get what you got to get. You do what you got to do. And you keep it pushing. Alright, and the last one I have on the list is certainly not the last thing that could negatively impact you. But like I said, I'm just doing 5 major ones. So the last one on the list is don't be a fraternity groupie. Women are catty. Something like being around a whole bunch of fraternities and dating everybody who are in fraternities and going from fraternity to fraternity and dating people and sleeping around or hanging around them as a woman or whatever. It just doesn't look classy. So it's not a good look. It's not a good reputation to have for yourself. And the reputation that you have, it carries on to the organization. So generally speaking, when they're trying to pick members, they pick people who have good reputations to bring over to the organization. They don't want tainted reputations in their organization, because it takes away from all of the work that their organization does on campus. Like, people start to focus on all of the mess and the drama and the BS instead of focusing on, all the positive things that organization does. So it's just easier to be like, we don't want them problems, stay over there. So if you are fighting with other girls over these boys, if you have all of these fraternity boys talking about you, saying that they had you and this one had you and they one, been with you, talked to you, and etc. And it's like you're all in the group chats. People are sending, your messages, photos, or whatever, anything like that, and it's just not a good look. Yeah, it's bullying. I ain't gonna lie, it is. That's definitely bullying. You shouldn't stand for that. But at the same time, understand that these organizations, if they hear about it, and your reputation is really that bad amongst the fraternity boys, and you look like a fraternity groupie to them, they're not going to be interested in picking you. Sometimes they'll look past that, like if you're a good friend or you just have really great credentials, or maybe they just didn't know. Maybe it was real low key about it. Like I said, move in silence. If that's your thing, then just be low key about your business. Maybe they didn't know. They'll still pick you. But if you're just really out there bad and your reputation is terrible, why would they bring in a bad reputation into something that's already have a good reputation? They don't need that. Greek life is very much under the spotlight from the campus, from administration, from the community. Everybody is looking at Greek life and either waiting for them to mess up or hoping that they uphold a higher standard. So at the end of the day, we have too much to lose and too much to risk, and we will not risk it on one person who is an interest. So just be careful. I hope you guys heed all of those things, take these into account, and I really hope you guys learned something from this video. Those were 5 things that could get you blacklisted from organizations, just to, inform y'all, because a lot of people make these mistakes without, really knowing better. And if you were anything like me, you didn't know anything about Greek life, you come in, you don't know any better. I was just lucky because I'm just low-key anyway, so that helped me. But if I wasn't one of those people and I was very outspoken and tell everybody everything, I wouldn't have known any better. So just be careful, because the difference between these NPHC orgs and these other organizations where you see them being able to bid and publicly tell everybody, oh, this is what I want to do, this is what I'm pledging right now, like, that is not how the NPHC works. Everything is private, you know, everything is secretive, you know, you don't tell the entire world what you're doing until after it's done. You know, you work in private, you move in private, and then you announce your moves once you made them. So just keep that in mind. Thanks for tuning into this video, you guys. Leave me some comments below and wish me happy Founders Day coming up, you know, at midnight. Hey, this is my 3rd Founders Day. I'm really excited, you guys. So y'all know I'm gonna be real extra tomorrow for the video for my Founders Day. Yeah, but yeah, so make sure you guys keep tuning into the rest of the 9-day marathon. Like I said, we're on day 6. We got 3 more days left, y'all. We're doing it. We're almost done. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Become a smoochie. Turn on post notifications so you're notified whenever I post. If you have missed any of the 9-day NPHC Marathon, obviously, like I said, every video, I'll link it for you guys. And then there's a playlist so you guys can check out those videos as well. And also, if you guys just want to catch up on any of my NPHC videos that you haven't seen before, if you're new to my channel, go ahead and just go start binge watching some things before you guys slide in my DMs, because I may have answered your question already very thoroughly in one of these videos. If I have not answered your question, make sure that you guys DM me by following all my social media networks in the description box below. I will start responding to people again after the marathon is over. Just in case I answered your question already in one of my marathon videos, that's when I will start responding to people again. So if you have sent me a message and it is on red, or I opened it and I didn't say anything back, don't be mad. You know, it's because, like I said, I've been really busy with this marathon and working and everything I got going on right now. So I'm not going to respond to anyone until after the marathon, because chances are I'm going to answer your question in one of these videos. And if I don't, I will respond to you guys after the marathon. So y'all have a good rest of y'all night, and thanks for tuning in. Smooches.
I heard you, she got that water. Splash, drip, drip, woo, splash. Hey. Slippery, wall, excuse me, please me. I'm up, believe me. Get beat, cause I'm flexing Rarries. You can bet on me.